It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Community Briefing on WBONTV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Mountain Adventures, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea, and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea. Well, an investigation has been opened by the Powell County Sheriff's Office after a local church was vandalized. In the photo shared on Powell County Sheriff's Facebook page, a South Fork Church of God, holes were seen in walls, pews were tipped over, and Bibles were ripped and strewn about. If you have any information regarding the vandalism, you're asked to contact Powell County Sheriff's Office at 606-663-2226. We're going to stay in Powell County for this next story as work was underway last night to pull a truck out of the Red River in Powell County following an accident on the Mountain Parkway on Tuesday. The Mountain Parkway westbound lanes are now reopened. However, the recovery of the truck has been unsuccessful at press time. Photos that you can see if you're watching along are courtesy of Shane Tolson, Powell County State Highway Maintenance. Thanks, Shane, for those pictures. Well, in an update from the Madison County Health Department, there is going to be another vaccination clinic on March the 19th from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. This is going to be at the Acton Folk Center, 212 West Jefferson Street in Berea, and anyone who is in phase 1A or 1B and anyone 60 years of older can come to that clinic. You must live, work, or go to school in Madison County, and you must have an appointment. For an appointment, you can call 859-623-7312 and extension 223. And a reminder, you do have to have an appointment for that vaccination. A local Garrard County teen has made it all the way to Hollywood via American Idol. Alex Miller, a 17-year-old high school student, wowed the celebrity judges in the first round of American Idol, enough to get him the golden ticket to the West Coast. WBONTV spoke with Miller via Zoom to get to know him and hear about his writing process, how he started singing and playing guitar, and what is on the horizon. With that story, here's our news director, Marissa Hempel.
So it's exciting for Kentuckians, especially in our area. We've got 3 different Kentuckians on American Idol. However, you seem to be kind of stealing the show from what I've seen, Alex. So do you care to give us some background about yourself, first off, for people who may not be watching along?
Yes, I will. I'm from Lancaster, Kentucky. I'm 17 years old. I'm still in high school, which that'll change pretty quickly. But still just working on the farm and doing stuff and trying to figure out this music industry as best I can.
Now, how did you start playing? I know you started playing at a young age, right?
I did. I started playing guitar when I was 6 years old, and I've been singing, I reckon, ever since I come out of the womb. So it's always been something I've done.
From what I've seen when you play, I did not expect that voice to come out of you. So do you have some inspiration? Like, who did you grow up listening to that made you kind of mold who you are?
There's a few people that I really love traditional country music, and my major influence have to be Hank Williams. But I also like a lot of the older artists like Lefty Frizzell, Ernest Tubb, and a lot of the old guys. Those are the ones I really like. But I'm starting to get into some different things. I listen to a little jazz, little blues, little R&B, little pop, little anything. It kind of depends on my mood and what I'm into.
And you do write your own music, correct? So do you want to kind of talk about your process when you write?
My writing, I don't know if there is a process with me. It kind of just comes to me however I'm inspired by something. So I could be driving down the road and I'll have an idea for something and say it into my phone or write it down, do whatever I have to. But when an idea comes, you need to write it down. I'd almost describe it as like when you need to go to the bathroom, it's kind of like that too, because it's just, you got to get it down, you got to get it there.
I did like your song about your ex. I don't know if you care to share anything about that. I love that song.
Yeah, she called and we had a nice long conversation about that song, and she said she was very proud of me and very supportive of what I did, and it was very nice to hear that from her. She's still a good friend, even though things didn't work out.
So tell us what led you to American Idol, because that's obviously a big deal.
You know, COVID has really put a stop to live music, and I haven't had a lot of shows I could go play. And my mom, we had a conversation about college and what I was going to do after school. And I said, Mama, I just want to do music. She said, okay, then. So she was scrolling through Facebook or something one night and saw that American Idol was doing an open call audition. She said, son, I'm going to sign you up for that. And you're going to do it whether you want to or not. I was like, all right, Mom, whatever you say. And so I got on there and did one song, and the judge and the producer said, well, we really like it. We're going to send you on somebody else. And so I sung for this another group of producers. And then they sent me on to the head honchos of the auditions. And they said, well, we really like you, kid. We're going to send you out to San Diego and you're going to sing for celebrity judges. And I did, and things seemed to go pretty well.
Were you nervous at all? I mean, getting to meet the 3 judges and everything?
Singing in front of those celebrities is very intimidating, I would say. But I went into the auditions with the mindset that all the judges are people just like you and me. And that's the way I've always looked at everybody. There's no one person better than the other.
So what do you think was the best takeaway, the best part of the experience so far?
The best takeaway was not really about singing or playing or performing. The nicest things they said was about me as a person. They said I was a real fine young man, real nice young man, and hearing that meant a lot more than anything they could have said about me singing and playing.
So what's up next for you? I'm sure you have a ton of plans. I know this was kind of a last minute thing that it even happened, but I'm sure you have plans moving forward, right? So what are you seeing on the horizon?
I'm seeing, I don't know if I'm the winner of American Idol. I hope to be, but I see myself hopefully going pretty far, and I'm loving being on TV. It's really weird seeing yourself on TV. That's something I wasn't used to, but for this next round, I will say this is the bluegrass state, and there might be just a hint of bluegrass in the performance for this next round.
And it's all originals. I'm not sure how it works now. So for
this next, I'll just say I'll do for this next. I'm going to be doing a cover. It ain't going to be no original.
Well, great, Alex. It's so good to see how far you've come in just a short amount of time. Is there anything else you wanted to add, a plug for where people can find more information about you, anything like that?
Yes, I'm all over the social media stuff. I have a Facebook page. That's where most of my material is at. It's Alex Miller Music on Facebook. I also have an Instagram. It's the same thing. It's Alex Miller Music, as well as a TikTok, which is Alex Miller Music. And I have a YouTube page, which guess what it is? It's Alex Miller Music Official. So go check me out on all the social media pages and all the platforms, and give me a thumbs up and a like. I'd very much appreciate it.
Yeah, it sounds like there's no way to escape you. That's pretty easy to find you. So that's good.
Yes, I'm a black hole when it comes to music.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Alex, and we'll be looking forward to seeing your journey.
Well, thank you so much for having me on today. I really do appreciate it. Hope to be back soon.
You can watch Alex this Sunday at 8 p.m. to get the latest update on his road to stardom on ABC for the Hollywood Week special. Well, in honor of today's holiday, we here at WBONTV will give you a little background on St. Patrick's Day, courtesy of History.com. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated annually on March 17th, the anniversary of his death in the 5th century. The Irish have observed this day as a religious holiday for over 1,000 years. On St. Patrick's Day, which falls during the Christian season of Lent, Irish families would traditionally attend church in the morning and celebrate in the afternoon. Lenten prohibitions against the consumption of meat were waived, and people would dance, drink, and feast on the traditional meal of Irish bacon and cabbage. St. Patrick, who lived during the 5th century, is a patron saint of Ireland and is the national apostle. Born in Roman Britain, he was kidnapped and brought to Ireland as a slave at the age of 16. He later escaped but returned to Ireland and was credited with bringing Christianity to its people. In the centuries following Patrick's death, believed to have been on March 17, 461, the mythology surrounding his life became even more ingrained in the Irish culture. Perhaps the most well-known legend of St. Patrick is that explained in the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, using the 3 leaves of the native Irish clover, the shamrock. Since around the 9th or 10th century, people in Ireland have been observing the Roman Catholic feast day of St. Patrick's on March 17th. The first Patrick's Day parade took place not in Ireland but in America. Records show that a St. Patrick's Day parade was held on March 17, 1601 in a Spanish colony in what is now St. Augustine, Florida. The parade and the St. Patrick's Day celebration a year earlier were organized by the Spanish colony's Irish vicar Ricardo Arthur. More than a century later, homesick Irish soldiers serving in the English military marched in New York City on March 17, 1772 to honor the Irish patron saint. Enthusiasm for St. Patrick's Day parades in New York City, Boston, and other early American cities have only grown from there. In 1848, several New York Irish Aid societies decided to unite their parades to form one official New York City St. Patrick's Day parade. Today, the parade is the world's oldest civilian parade and the largest in the United States. With over 150,000 participants each year, nearly 3 million people line the 1.5-mile parade route to watch the procession, which takes more than 5 hours. Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Savannah also celebrate the day with parades involving 10 to 20,000 participants each. In 2020, the New York City parade was the first major city event to be canceled as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was again canceled in 2021. Sad to hear that. Well, with that, we'll go to our first break of the day. We'll be right back with more news and those COVID numbers on WBONTV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop service your mower, North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Affordable heating and air for all your heating and air needs. Call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air, 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvine. Thanks to all those sponsors that help us here. Well, with a recap of last night's 44th District Tournament games, here is our sports director, Michael Watkins, with the story of Madison Southern versus Berea.
Last night, the final two games of the first round of the 44th District Tournament took place at McBrayer Arena. In the first game, it was Madison Southern taking on Berea in the girls' game in what many people thought would be the best game of the entire 44th District Tournament. Berea came out slow, only scoring 4 points in the first quarter, and their leading scorer on the season, Madison Howell, getting into foul trouble. Southern shot 10 first-quarter free throws, but only made half of those. However, they would still lead 13-4 at the end of one. Berea scored the first 7 points in the second quarter as they turned to Maddie King off the bench for a spark, and it paid off. As the quarter came to an end, Samantha Cornelison attempted a half-court shot at the buzzer and was fouled and knocked down 2 of the free throws to give Southern a 21-15 lead at the half. The third quarter would also be in Berea's favor as King, Chesney Lovins, and Madison Howell combined for 14 points, and Berea would eventually take their first lead of the game. In the fourth quarter, both teams would trade punches as big shot after big shot went down. King and Abigail Beard knocked down back-to-back three-pointers for Berea late in the fourth to give Berea their largest lead of the game at 4. But Madison Southern senior Samantha Cornelison would not let her team fall in the first round again. With her team trailing by 2 points with 1:26 to play, Cornelison knocked down a three-pointer from the left wing, drew the foul, and knocked down the free throw for a 4-point play to put Southern back in front, and they would hold on to win 46-41 to set up a matchup versus Madison Central on Friday night in the district championship game. The nightcap featured the same two schools on the boys' side of the bracket. Berea took an early lead on a Jalen Dorsey jumper and deep three-pointer from senior Jaden Smith. But a second foul on Dorsey early in the quarter would force him to the bench, and Southern would take advantage. The Eagles forced 11 turnovers in the first half, and sophomore Zach Hudson knocked down 4 three-pointers to help Southern build a 30-16 lead at the half. Early in the third quarter, Southern was able to extend that lead to 20 on a Blake Simpson free throw at the 6:01 mark. But Dorsey got going offensively, and Trenton Wilson and Quentin Morgan knocked down a pair of threes to keep Berea alive and cut the deficit to 12 heading into the fourth quarter. The story of the game came late in the fourth when the game was already decided. After a Berea basket, Jalen Dorsey was setting up to play defense and didn't see a screen come from a Southern player. Dorsey twisted his knee and went down on the floor in significant pain as the training staff and doctor came out to check on the Berea senior. After being helped to the locker room, the game would conclude with Southern advancing to take on Madison Central in the boys' championship game with a 61-45 victory over the Pirates. In an update from Dorsey's father, they took Jalen to the doctor this morning, and there were no tears in his knee. However, he did dislocate his patella. He won't require surgery, but won't be able to have any activity for a couple of weeks. Good news there for a young man who deserved to have his final game in a Pirate uniform end in a different fashion. Now we turn our attention to the 44th District Championship games on Friday. Madison Southern will take on Madison Central in both the girls and boys championships. The girls game will start at 5:30 and the boys game will follow at 8 o'clock. Watch all the exciting action right here on WBONTV as we crown a district champion on Friday night. For WBONTV Channel 9 and WBONTV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, for that report. A quick reminder to parents of children attending Clark County schools, tomorrow is the last day you can choose to return your child back to classroom learning or keep them in a virtual classroom. In-person learning requires masks except for eating, and students are spaced as far apart as possible. Well, if you heard the Westminster chimes today, there was no reason to panic. It was only an exercise. Bluegrass Chemical Activity first responders, along with Bluegrass Army Depot, Madison County, and other partners in the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program, took part in today's event. The exercise takes place several times a year to ensure responders are prepared to handle any type of emergency. The Kentucky Senate Judiciary Committee has passed House Bill 472, a measure that would increase the statute of limitations for misdemeanor sex offenses involving minors from 5 to 10 after their 18th birthday. UK pediatric forensic medicine officials reported that nationwide 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 13 boys will experience sexual abuse, and 34% of the victims are younger than 12. And with that, we're going to go to our second break of the day. We'll be right back with all the COVID numbers from around the state with WBONTV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBONTV. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis and Powell Funeral Home. And Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they buy your children's gently worn clothing. And now with our daily report from Ron Likens, here's the governor's report.
The numbers for new COVID-19 continue to look good and continue to decline.
Today's numbers, 819 new cases of COVID-19. That's the lowest Tuesday in about a month. Hospitalization are down 5, ICU down 4. Kentuckians on a ventilator because of COVID, down 8. Our positivity rate is at 3.87%. I think we've only had one day since September, and that was in March, that has been that low. We only have 9 red counties. I think that's up 1 from yesterday, but still such a low number of red counties. We are reporting 24 new deaths today, which is far too many. Now, only 3 of those are members of long-term care.
That's Governor Andy Beshear. In Madison County, there were 9 new cases reported. Estill County officials are reporting 8 new cases as of Tuesday. If you're wanting to receive a coronavirus vaccination, the Madison County Health Department sponsoring a vaccination clinic this Friday in Berea. With appointment information, here's Marissa Hempel.
The Madison County Health Department will be hosting a COVID-19 vaccination clinic this Friday, March 19th from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. This will take place at the Acton Folk Center at 212 West Jefferson Street in Berea. Anyone in Phase 1A, 1B, or over 60 years of age or older are able to get vaccinated. However, you must live, work, or go to school in Madison County. For appointments, the Health Department urges you to call 859-623-7312, extension 223. All vaccinations on Friday are by appointment only. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
From the Channel 9 Newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron, for that report. We're now going to take a look at the incidence report like we do every day at this time. Yesterday, we had 8 counties in the red zone. Unfortunately, we have gone up by 1 county today. It looks like Trimble County has gone back to red after being orange yesterday. All the rest of the red counties do stay the same. Owsley, Powell, Clay, Knox, Laurel, Butler, and Lyon County remain in the red. So that's red counties, that's 9 today. Madison County just on the verge of going yellow. We're at 10.3 today. To get to yellow, we just have to drop below that 10 mark. Still got a couple counties in the green. Actually, for the first time in a while, it looks like the same 2 counties stayed green 2 days in a row. That was Hickman County and Union County, and those of course are all the way over on the western part of the state. Still got a little cluster of yellow right here in central Kentucky. Washington, Mercer, Harrison, Monroe, Lincoln, and Boyle and Woodford County all staying yellow. Great job out there. Be nice to see some green counties show up here in the central part of the state. Madison County, like I mentioned, so close to that yellow mark. We stay orange today with 10.8. We had 9 new cases with 92 active cases across Madison County. And that was our update today from Madison County. EKU, new numbers today, 231 cases at EKU, 65 students, 112 residential students, 52 employees, 2 other with 6 active cases over there, and that is a total recovered of 224. And a reminder, that runs from the beginning of this semester, actually from January 1st, 2021 to present day. So those are the EKU numbers for today. And again, if you're not feeling well, go ahead and get a test. There's lots of areas out there that you can be tested. Today's Wednesday. You can go to the Berea Municipal Garage until 5:30 this afternoon. You can also go to the Big Hill Christian Church, and that is also till 5:30. Tomorrow you can go to McKee. That's at the White House Clinic, 9 to 5:30. Thursday as well, Richmond, Big Hill Christian Church, 9 to 5:30, and Mount Vernon, the White House White House Clinic, 9 to 5:30. Friday, Richmond, Big Hill Christian Church, and of course on Lancaster, we do add that facility in Garrard County, and that's at the Garrard County Health Department. Richmond, if you're looking all week and you don't have a place to go, you can wait till Saturday and go on over to the area there. It's a big White House Clinic in Richmond from 9 to 1 on Saturday. Well, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the updated numbers and more news from around the Bluegrass. With WBONTV, I'm Gwendolyn Morton.